Hello, lovelies. Welcome to Nut Free Formula. My name is Freedom. Thank you for joining me. In tonight's episode, I'm going to talk about, is there life after the narcissist? So let's get into it. All right, darling. So for those of you who don't know me, I was married to a narcissist. Well, it's actually a psychopath, but we'll just call him a narcissist because he has a lot of narcissistic traits. And anyhow, I was married to a narcissist for a very long time, over a decade. And I want to tell you that, yes, there is life after narcissist. And in fact, I've got to tell you, there's actually a whole lot of good things coming your way. So this is for people who are either thinking about leaving but are scared, or people that have already left but are really nervous and don't know, where they're going or what's coming, or, if they're feeling really emotional. Like, that's all fine. You're going to have stages. I mean, that's just normal. There's going to be stages. Any breakup, there's always stages. But I want to tell you that the outcome after 2 years for me, with, I said, being married for, over a decade and a half, for me, the outcome has been amazing on all different levels. So I've actually written down some notes because I thought I don't want to forget any of this stuff. So I'll just tell you. So physically, you will start to feel so much better. So when you're not continually bombarded with all those stress hormones from all the arguing and all the, the confusion and the chaos that they cause, all the suspicion or the anxiety, the walking on eggshells, when you don't have to deal with that shit on a daily basis, you feel so much better and you wonder how you ever dealt with it at all. So you start to feel better, your hormones regulate, you start to sleep properly, you get a good night's rest. You either lose weight or put on weight, whichever, you're wanting. Mentally, there's less stress, less anxiety, no feeling crazy. I think I said this just recently in a video, for years, things that I would notice, like, I don't know, my Bluetooth on my phone being on after I've left the room. Now that I've been separated, it's amazing. No dramas with my phone. No one turns on my Bluetooth when I'm not in the room. So no feeling crazy, no confusion about things. I know what is what. I know exactly what is going on. When I was with him, I was so confused about everything. I had instinct, I had intuition, and I didn't believe it. And then he made me doubt myself. He made me not trust myself. And he really, really head fucked me. And I know this is totally narcissistic traits. So, when you don't have all that stuff going on, it's amazing the mental clarity that you have. I never, like I said, I never have moments where I, accuse someone of doing something that they didn't do. I never accidentally mishear someone saying something, and I think back all the times where he used to say, no, I never said that, or no, I never did that. So anyhow, no feeling unsure anymore. In fact, you start feeling really confident and capable and sure of yourself because, you start doing things for yourself. You don't have to rely on anyone, and life happens. So, you have to do things for yourself. Cars break down, tires need changing, just stuff like my next category. So financially. So like a lot of people, when I separated from the narcissist, I got left with a lot of debt. Because we know narcissists are reckless. They don't care about money. They don't care about the future. All they care about is meeting their own needs. So my ex was a drug user, and that was his priority number one. Above and beyond everything else was, whatever he wanted to take as, drugs, drink, smoke, whatever. That was his priority. So, that always came first with him. It is amazing. I was actually just pointing it out today to one of my girls. A alcohol bottle that I have had since he and I have separated. It literally is half full, exactly where it was when I left, which is amazing. We used to go through a bottle of alcohol at least weekly, if not more, like Jack Daniels, like more. Anyhow, so I got left with debt, but you wise up. Without them being reckless, without them spending your money on stupid things, you figure it out. So in my particular instance, I had to cash out, I had to sell up, had to bite the bullet, and face the fact, I almost went bankrupt. I didn't, but I almost did. I had to pay off a whole lot of debt, thousands and thousands of dollars worth of debt I got left in, over $20,000 worth of debt. Had to get a second job, had to start making more money. And, you take care of and control of your situation. So you take care of the bills and the debts. You become responsible. Because I don't know, like for you guys, but I know for me, when I had a partner who he controlled the money, but then also didn't really look after the financial aspect. As I said, I got left with a bucket load of debt. But I just, because he was so controlling, I just kind of let him deal with it, even though he didn't actually deal with it. So now that I've started to pay down the debt and get everyone off my case, it's like a light. It's like having this weight lifted off me. It's just such a relief to actually sort out my credit rating, to pay off my bills, to know who I actually owe money to. You make smart choices. You start paying insurance, and those kind of things that the narcissists would never ever pay for because they're too busy, spending money here and now. They don't care about the future. They're not worried about that kind of stuff. So yeah, bills get paid, and not only do bills get paid, but then you start having things that were luxuries. So for me, just to have home Wi-Fi, so the internet, having Spotify and Netflix, that's, for me, it's an amazing feeling to pay my bills each month, to have these services. We couldn't have any of that stuff, even though we had a double income family, because he used to just spend the money on whatever he wanted. And what he wanted was really expensive. Anyhow, socially, this is another thing, So once you cut ties with the narcissist, and not just him though, all of the people around him, all those flying monkeys, and you block them. So you literally cut them out of your life, block them on social media. Every time one of their profiles pops up in the, people you may know, just block them. And once you actually cut these people out of your life, yes, you will have a moment where you kind of look around and go, wow, there's not really that many people standing around me anymore. But the beauty of that is that it allows space for new friendships to develop and new people to come into your life. And without that kind of menacing presence of the narcissist kind of hanging over, and they really are quite menacing, that. So they don't like you to have people around you. They don't like you to have friends or support. They like to control it. So, your friends, they'll try and either sleep with them or fall out with them, have an argument with them, cause drama with them so that you don't have friends. And the only friends you will have are his friends. And we all know they're not really your friends. They're his friends, and he will use them to kind of spy on you, control you, and triangulate you. So once you get rid of those people, once again, that's another really cleansing kind of feeling, to actually feel what it feels like to just have people who are your friends because they like who you are as a person, or they care about you and your family. And that, it's rejuvenating and it's healing. So life just becomes so much easier. Life becomes fun, without that continue. I remember, for example, every single time I met a new person, say, I don't know, at university or TAFE, and I would think, I really like this person. I want to invite them over for a cup of coffee or come and meet the family or whatever. Then I'd have to go through this weighing it all up. How's my husband going to react? What will he do? And you know, without fail, it was a kind of a few things that he would do. He would either make them so uncomfortable that they never came back, or he'd completely overstep the boundaries with them. Like I said, get drunk, try and crack onto them, or he would completely ignore them and then give me the silent treatment so that I would know I had done something wrong. I don't have to do any of that anymore. I don't have to deal with that shit anymore. You know, if I like someone, I can befriend someone. I can invite someone around to my house. It's not the beginning of World War III. I don't have to think that stuff through, you know, and neither do you. And that's the beautiful thing about being narc free. It's a completely different reality. All right, darlings. And emotionally, this is the other thing. So life after a narcissist, it's almost like life after a nuclear holocaust. Like once you've, you know, had the breakup, you know, because let's face it gets ugly, right? So you go through this ordeal, and it's, you know, it's horrible. Let's face it, it's an ordeal. But human beings are, the human spirit is irrepressible. There is no doubt about it. We are so strong. We are so determined, and you know, we literally do. We just pick ourselves up, no matter what life throws at us, pick ourselves up, you know, relocate our crown, because let's face it, by this stage it's been well and truly knocked off, relocate our crown, put it back up on her head, and off we go. And emotionally, you know, you start feeling stronger. You realize that you're actually a lot smarter than you gave yourself credit for. Because remember, you know, you've spent, you know, months, years, decades being put down, run down, undermined, told that you're stupider than you are, told that you can't actually deal with life without him, told that, you know, you need a narcissist, you need this person in your life. But the reality is that you don't actually need them, or anyone for that matter. You're actually really capable. And the more life's challenges that come your way and that you deal with firsthand on your own without the narcissist, the more you realize that yes, you are really capable. So it becomes this gorgeous kind of, you know, win-win situation. And yeah, so every challenge becomes a success. So it really is. Look, I can't even begin to tell you. So yeah, if you're worried about leaving, don't be. You know, if you've left and you're scared about the future, don't be. The future is in your hands, darling, and you are smart and capable. And like me, you've got this. Okay, you can make this whatever you want it to be. You know, your narc-free reality is the beginning of a new reality, and it's your reality. So make it beautiful. You know, start dreaming up what this life is going to look like for you. Start visioning it, start manifesting it. You know, that's the first step. Vision it, manifest it, and draw it into being. You know, everything that you see around you, every single thing that we see in the physical realm was once just a thought in someone's head. So start thinking, visualize, and imagine what you want your reality to look like. Right? Put it out there, you know, speak to whatever God or universe or whoever you speak to, you know, ask for help to create this reality, and then start manifesting it. I can, and you can. All right, darlings, thank you for watching. And yeah, please remember to, if you like any of my videos, to like them, subscribe to the channel, and to help me grow the channel, if you could share across the other social media platforms, that would be awesome. All right, lovelies, thank you. Have a good evening. Good night.